Hi, Linda Sessions here, and welcome to week 6 in business communications. Can you believe there's only a couple of weeks left in class? Hope everything's going okay in your world. It's a little cooler outside now, which is awesome. My allergies are flaring up, which is not awesome, but you think by this time in my life I'd be used to them. But hey, I don't think you ever are. So I hope you had a good week. I know last week we talked a little bit about ChatGPT. We saw in the news that there are authors that are suing ChatGPT for copyright infringements. I have to say I agree with them. They have put a lot of their own personal time and sweat into writing books. John Grisham, I can't tell you how many of his books I've read or listened to, and he needs to get credit where credit's due, and it's really hard to do that when you put information in ChatGPT because it's just bringing up an algorithm, and it doesn't tell you who quoted it. In fact, true story, there was some people at Wichita State that were using it to create some information that they were going to post, and it came up with a quote by John Tomlin in part of the article that ChatGPT created. Now, John Tomlin runs NIAR at Wichita State. He's a real person, and they were really kind of impressed that, wow, ChatGPT were writing something on Wichita State, and they came up with this quote from somebody who actually works there. But they did their due diligence, and they looked to see, well, when did John Tomlin say what ChatGPT said that he said? He never said it. There was ChatGPT just literally made it up and accredited it to John Tomlin. So it does do that. You've got to do your due diligence if you're using ChatGPT for something that you're going to publish somewhere. So just be aware of that. Do your due diligence as a consumer, as a student, as a business person. This week in week 6, let's see what's going on there. We are looking at planning reports, completing reports. Don't just depend on ChatGPT to write your report for you. So here in Chapter 13, you're going to be looking at finding, processing information, putting it all together. Where can you find the information at? Chapter 14, planning. I'm a big proponent in planning and figure out, okay, when am I going to have my first draft done? When am I going to have it reviewed? Who am I going to have review it? And when am I going to have my final product ready? And like if you're giving a talk on December 18th, you don't want to wait till December 18th to have your final done. You want to have it done maybe by December 10th. So you have time to practice and to look at it and to revamp it and do what you need to do so that it is completely ready by December 18th. So very definitely planning a report is very important. And then writing and completing your reports. So you're going to have some videos too where you look at little vignettes on completing the reports. And again, the information on answering those questions correctly is in your e-text. So take some time to look at those e-texts before you go into those videos and those quizzes. Then the discussion question. Let's come in and look and see what that discussion question is this week. So I want you to explain the importance of maintaining standards. And I really did have a supervisor one time who asked me to put together a PowerPoint presentation. And she said, make sure you put my name on the title slide. And so I put her name and my name because I was the one who created it. It was my intellectual work. And she got so mad at me. She did not want me to leave my name on there. She wanted all the credit for it. And she relented finally, but she never asked me to do another report for her either. So, yeah. What standards should people have, and how do you feel about that? Just a couple of weeks left in class. Doing reports and proposals in the business world is important, so make sure you pay attention to the chapters this week. Reach out if you have questions. Check your grades in Blackboard. Let's go over that real quickly. If you want to check your grades in Blackboard, you're going to come up here on the left-hand side and click on My Grades. Once you do that, you should have an overall grade at the top, and this is true in any class that you're taking at WSU Tech. And right over here, you're going to see your overall grade. So go in, be proactive as a student, and check your grades. The last day to drop classes for online classes this 8-week is October 2nd. So that is just literally around the corner. So I think it's Monday, if I remember correctly. But go into each of your classes, go into grades, check what your grade is, and don't be afraid to ask your instructors if you have questions about your grades. Instructors are human. We do have lives beyond school, and sometimes we do make mistakes. Not very often, but we do. So don't be afraid to ask your instructor for some help or for some clarification on your grade. But do your own due diligence and check your grades this week as well. Have a great week. I hope you have some sunshine this week in your life, and I'll catch you in week 7. Bye.